December 6th. It's very cold and we're going to have to get going also. Just do something. We're here. We're mamish by Rabbi Berdichever. So it must be that Hashem is allowing us to tap into something just really, really magical. Something so special. It's something that has to do about us, about dibuk chaverim, about friends. We're trying to get it together as friends. So, we always say that whenever you quote a tzaddik and you say something in his name, so the Gemara says, Berdichever, which means their lips are moving in their grave. How much more so when you're actually standing next to the Gever of a tzaddik and you're saying the words that he said. So we were learning about one of the things that happens when you come to the Gever of a tzaddik, one of the classes that we did, where he said the highest level that can happen to a person is what's called idabkuta rucha berucha, which means that the spirit becomes like, implemented in you. And that's like a very, very high level that you take on the spirit of the tzaddik that you're with. But on whatever level it is, to take on and connect to Berdichever, to learn a few words of his Torah next to the place that he's resting in this world, is a very, very big schus. So I chose something that I think would be really shayach dafka to what we're doing right now. Rabbi once said that the only way to be his chassid is if you know the secret of Kfitzas Haderech. That means, the secret of going beyond space, time and space, the jumping of the way. And no one really knew what Rabbi was talking about. What does that mean, the sod of Kfitzas Haderech? So in this piece, on the top over here, Rabbi is going to explain to us the secret of becoming a chassid of Rabbi Berdichever. But this is very short, it's very simple, but it's mind-blowing deep. So look inside. We're on the top of page 6 in the booklet. And if you don't want to follow the Hebrew, just listen, we'll translate it word by word. Rabbi Yitzchak ben Sarasashel, Schus Yagin Aleinu, Al Kol Am Yisrael, says like this. Yehudi shesharui chas v'sholem beisurim. A yid that is stuck in a certain pain, affliction, when you can't see tomorrow, or when tomorrow brings no good news to you, because of whatever it is you're stuck in. The Yitzchak says, Kol tzad, kol psiaktana, every little step, to move your arm, to move 1 foot ahead. Domelo ki'ilu ole al har davar mamash. To that person, it seems like you have to climb a mountain. We all know that when you're stuck in a bad place, the smallest movements can seem like the most difficult, tremendous mountains to climb. Kol tzad kaved. Every single step is kaved, is heavy. V'gam ima merchak katan. And even if the distance is very small, literally the distance between where you are and what you have to do, bishvilo gadol me'od. For that person, it's very, very big. V'gam hazman, and time as well. Kol rega mamash kesha'a. Every moment feels like an hour. You ever have those days that every moment feels like an hour? Every little thing you have to do feels like you have to take on the whole world. Aval k'sheyehudi besimcha. But when a Jew is besimcha be'ahava, with love. So it's like with Yaakov Avinu when it says about him, Vayisa ragla Yaakov, who avad harbe zman etzel Lavan harasha, bishvil Rachel imenu. How many years did Yaakov end up working by his wicked father-in-law for the one that he wanted? 14, right? And what does the Torah say about him after he worked for 14 years? Aval hayu be'enav keyamim achadim. But for him, after all that hard work, it seemed like it was just like a few days. 14 years seemed like a few days. Ki Yeshuas Hashem ke'heref ayin. Because the salvation of Hashem is like the blink of an eye. Kasher Hashem yisbarach sam einav l'tova Yehudi. The Berdichever said, when a Yid puts his eye l'tova, he looks good onto a Jew. And I was struggling with trying to understand what that means. That Hashem puts his eye l'tova on a Yid. Maybe it means that it enables us to look be'ayin tova back at Hashem. Hamakom ve'hazman ovrim mamash ke'heref ayin. Time and space surpass the limitations that they're used to. Domeh dodi li tzvi, like we say in Shir Shein. My beloved is like a tzvi. How do you say tzvi? deer. Medaleg al ha'arim, mekapetz al ha'gvaot. Like with real love, you know, you could say you're so tired, but then when you're really with someone you love, tired, time, these things don't mean anything. Hasimcha matzmicha knafayim al Yehudi. Simcha grows knafayim. Simcha grows wings onto a Jew. B'havinu, the Rabbi Yitzchak says, and this is for all of us. Kasher Yehudi holech b'derech be'atzmo yechidi. When you walk alone in this world, and even if your nature is to be a loner, but you're akesh, you say whatever. My thing is just alone in this world. Kama aroch hu haderech. The path is so long. The distance is so long. It doesn't get shorter. Aval kasher Yehudim holchim beyachad. But when Jews, like we always say, everyone's lonely, let's just be lonely together. We decide, like everyone's broken, let's just be broken together. Everyone's lonely, may as well just be lonely together. When I decide that I'm going to take on whatever I'm taking on with others, baderech, beyachad, it's sibura, I'm part of something bigger than myself. Hem mamash mekatzrin et haderech. The derech becomes so much shorter. Madua? Why? Ki ahava shora benehem medabrim ze im ze. Because love is hovering over everyone. People are speaking with each other. Mechayim ze im ze. As hard as life is, when you choose to walk with someone, you give each other life. Mechayim ze im ze. V'chai achicha imach. That's a whole Torah we have. A lot of the Rebbes speak about this. That your brother shall live with you, amongst you. Ve'az kol Yehudi hu shnei Yehudim. Shlosha Yehudim. Every Jew becomes 2 Jews. 3 Jews. V'kvar yesh harbe knafayim. Harbe raglayim. Then there's a lot of wings. There's a lot of legs. Ahava noset otam mamash. Love is now what's carrying you from one spot to the other. You couldn't imagine that by opening your heart and going beyond the loneliness and deciding to walk with someone would actually do any good or help your journey. Berdichever says, when you're determined to not be alone anymore, you get many more wings, more than you're used to, and the space, the distance between where you are and where you know you have to be somehow becomes so much shorter. Because now it's not just you working alone to get from one place to another. You have all these additional limbs now. You have all these additional wings because there's so much more love in the air. So Rabbi Yitzchak says, Zeh sod Kfitzas Haderech. That is what Kfitzas Haderech means. It doesn't mean like we know that tzaddikim knew how, like, you know, they could be in one place at one time and then what should take 8 hours took like 20 minutes. That's also true. That's like the secret of secrets. Kfitzas Haderech. Eliezer had that when he went to go find Rivka. It says, V'ava hayom el ha'ayin, hayom yatzatzi, v'hayom bati. The real big tzaddikim, they have that. But you and I, we have the sod of Kfitzas Haderech of getting to places that seem that should be taking so much longer. I believe it's what Berdichev was saying. Of being vulnerable enough to get out of my own shell, as threatening as it is sometimes, with friends, doesn't fix everything, but it makes the distances much shorter. And that's why he says here, that's what I'm talking about, is the sod of Kfitzas Haderech, Kfitzas HaNefesh. That's what it is. The soul is what's jumping. Diglo alai ahava. Kasher ohavim et Hashem itbarach, v'kasher ohavim ze et ze. The Berdichever, who we're right next to right now, says, when you love Hashem and you love each other, as medalgim v'koftzim kol yemehem, your days. What does it say about time flies when you're, what does it say?
Having fun.
When you're having fun. So when you're having holy fun, like obstacles, somehow the distance seems to kind of like al achas kama v'chama. So he says, Zek Kfitzas Haderech. Berdichever says, al achas kama v'chama ha'olech ha'noseh la'azor le'yehudi le'yehoshio. You know, I'm thinking about your flood. You know, it was such a moment of like, the absolute churban, and then like so many Yidden just trying to be there for each other, and it actually changed. Like, I'm taking your words, I'm paraphrasing you.
It was fun.
Right, it was holy fun. It was like, wow, this is a flood becomes like holy fun, because why? Kasher mamish. That's what Berdichever is saying. Ha'olecha noseh la'azor lehudi lehoshio. A Yid that runs to help a Jew, like I sometimes see Menachem run out of the house with his gun on his back. They want to run to help another Yidla. Raglav kalot ka'ayalot. His legs are light, like a gazelle, right? Nisa al kanfei nesharim. You're carried on the wings of eagles. So Rabbi Yitzchak says, Zeh she'amarti ezehu chasid. When I said, who is a chasid? Now you know what I mean. Hayodea sod Kfitzas Haderech. That's what it means. The ones who understands how to shorten distances in this world. Zeh, and he says, be'emes. This really is Zeh ma'amar Rabbeinu HaBaal Shem Tov. This is what the Baal Shem Tov said when he said, Ezehu chasid. Who is a chasid? HaMekayem, one who is mekayem. The pasuk it says, Bechol drachecha da'ehu. You should know Hashem in all your ways. Chasid hu zeh shenikar badrachim. That means, usually the pshat is b'chol drachecha da'ehu. In everything that you do, know Hashem. Like when you're talking, don't be a chilul Hashem, be a kiddush Hashem. But derech means in every distance that you have, in every length that you have, in everything that you have to do in this world, there is a way to make it shorter. That's a chassid. But it's threatening. And it's very vulnerable. Very, very much so. But in this world, kind of like what we learned in the car right now, but Avram Avinu and Noach, the difference between them, that's just how it goes. It goes like that. And this is what, I'm most of the time just feel so lucky standing on the side watching the women in the Kehillah, see what's going on over here. It's this. It's helping each other, mekatzer the drachim. It's helping each other getting from one place to the other. That which seemed, those things that seem impossible, somehow, like, that's really the sod of Kfitzas Haderech. Anyway, the source of the Rabbi Yitzchak ben Sasha, all the distances between the Jew who's broken, to finding some peace inside his heart. That distance that seems so endless should become shorter and shorter and shorter by all of us taking upon ourselves this inyan 5 million times more. And especially that distance between us and the great day of greeting Melech HaMashiach, where sometimes it feels like mamish, Ad Masa Hashem, what this is like endless. And the schus of the tzaddik, Rabbi Yitzchak ben Sasha, the defender of Am Yisrael, we all take upon ourselves right now to defend Am Yisrael more and more and more in the world. And the schus of Ariful, the big son of Gran Shel Yisrael, what a defender of Am Yisrael. All of us are taking upon ourselves to defend Am Yisrael. And in that merit, there'd be a big Kfitzas Haderech between where we're at now and Yom Shekul Shabbos, the days of greeting Melech HaMashiach, and here to be Amen, Amen. Okay, we're going to walk back now to Leiluya Nishmas. Yeah, very good. Thank you. Leiluya Nishmas, the son of Rabbi Yitzchak, whose Yahrzeit is today. Reb Meir ben Rabbi Yitzchak, Schlusser Gen Aleinu V'Al Kol Am Yisrael.
Amen.
Thank you for